YouTube? We're back again today for another tag team review. Boom with my son Sean, and today, what are we reviewing, buddy?
Woohoo!
We're reviewing Woohoo from Brain Games. This is for 2 to 4 players, ages 3+. It'll take about 20 minutes to play. And in Woohoo, you're going to be trying to move your kids up the slide so you can slide down the slide. What's down at the bottom of the slide in the sandbox?
Toys, and you're trying to go up and slide down the slide and get all the toys.
Yes, this is a children's game aimed at children ages 3+. How old are you, buddy?
4!
And you're going to be 5 in about 1 month. So it's a light, simple children's game, but is it good? Let's open it up and we'll tell you what we think. Alrighty then, we're going to take a look at what you're going to get inside of Woohoo! So first and foremost, we're going to handy dandy rule booklet. 1 page, double-sided, full color, full of pictures, illustrations, examples. Incredibly simple game, incredibly simple set of rules. So this will have you up and running in no time at all. Also, I can teach you how to play right now. I also am going to touch briefly on the advanced rules and show you a little bit how those work. So in Woohoo, you are going to be taking your thick, sturdy wooden meeple, and you're going to be moving him up this slide with the hopes of, sliding him down the slide, and then collecting the toys in the sandbox, which is down here. The person who has the most toys at the end of the game, when all the toys are gone, if you're playing the simple version of the game, will be the winner of the game. So let's go over the components. Let's get into the gameplay. So first and foremost, it goes up to 4 players. You're going to have these nice 4 chunky wooden pieces, and then you're going to have this slide right here. You will have to assemble the slide each and every time. It's not that difficult. Probably take you about 30 seconds. It's a relatively well-built slide, and it does look cool. And actually, it has like little spots right here where you can kind of slide it onto the box. So it is going to be using the box, which I like. And actually, the outside of the box looks pretty thematic, so very cool. Next, you're going to have a bunch of toys here in the playground. They say this in the rules, and I wholeheartedly recommend it. If you want a shorter game, then you're going to want to take a whole bunch of the toys out, or you can make it to the first person to get to 5 toys or 4 toys or something like that will win the game. But, you know, this is an easily house-rulable game because of how simple it is. So, let's just say we got a 2-player version of the game. They're going to start down here. Nobody's going to be yellow. Forget that. Blue and red. And you're going to be rolling this dice right here, not this dice. This is the advanced version of the game dice. I'll tell you about this in a minute. So how it works is, on your turn, you roll the dice, you see what number you got, and you move yourself up that many spaces. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Simple as that. Now, blue's going to go, but we're going to cheat a little bit, pretend they got 3 as well, because one of the big rules of the game is that if you land on top of someone when you're on your final spot, then you get to jump them. So for instance, 1, 2, 3, I get to jump over them and go like this. Now, if they were right here and I got to go 1, 2, 3, I'd go 1, 2, 3, and I'd land right here. Eventually, you will get to the top right here. And when you get to the top, so let's just say blue next turn rolls another 3, they will, slide down, and they will get to pick out whichever toy they would like. And that is the entire game. You start back over here, and you're going to work your way up the ladder, the stairs, you to say, and slide your way down to get more and more toys. So let's talk about the advanced version of the game, which includes this dice. So in the advanced version of the game, it says you're actually going to be rolling both dice at the same time, but I don't actually understand why, because you only use this dice for one very specific thing. Now this dice has 0, which means sometimes you will not move at all, but sometimes you'll move up to 4. It also has this symbol, which means you will swap places with someone. So let's just say red's right there, and get out of here, yellow. No one wants to be you. Let's just say blue's right here, and they get this. That would be fantastic, because now they can swap places with red. Also, in this version of the game, if you land right on top of someone, so let's just say 1, 2, 3, instead of jumping over them, you knock them down a step. So it's got a little bit more of a take that element to the game. But eventually what will happen is, you'll get to the top, you'll slide down as normal, but now you're going to roll this dice to see how many toys you get. So you'll either get 1, 2, or 3 toys, and unfortunately in this particular instance, I only got 1 toy. The last thing the advanced rules add is a new end-game condition, which is if you manage to collect all 5 toys of the same color, so all the toys of the same color, then you win the game immediately. So that's what you're going to be doing in Woohoo! Alright then, Woohoo! From Brain Games. What are our final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, what did you not like about the game, Sean?
I didn't like when I got a 1.
Yep, getting a 1, it's going to make you go slower than everybody else. And that's not the biggest deal in this game, though, especially if you're playing with more players, because when you land on top of somebody's head, what do you get to do?
Jump in front of them.
You get to jump in front of them. If you're playing the advanced version of the game, you knock them down. But there's so few steps that it's not a deal breaker if you get a 1 here or there. But if you get too many 1s, then you are going to lose the game. It's just plain and simple, you will lose the game if you get too many ones. And let's get to the cons. This is a roll and move game. This is an incredibly simplistic roll and move game, and for adults, it's going to be boring. It really is. I mean, you're going to enjoy watching your young child play a game and have fun and think about, oh man, this is the first step to them playing great games. But this is not, unfortunately, a great game. It's a very simple, mass market feeling roll and move game, but it's aimed at children ages 3+, and for that, I can't really fault it too much because there's not too much you can do with kids ages 3 years old. Now, how old are you again? You're 4, right?
4.
I don't remember sometimes. Just kidding. But he's going to be 5 pretty soon, and I did notice him getting bored from time to time in this game. Now, that being said, there is an advanced variant rule of the game, and I wasn't the biggest fan of the advanced variant as well. It was just way too swingy. How that one works, essentially, is you're rolling this other die, and this one has a 0 on it. Also, you're going to be able to bump people down, and it can switch places with other people, which makes things more interesting. But the biggest problem I had with the advanced variant, and the kids in my class really did not like, is that sometimes you'll get a 3, and sometimes you'll get a 1, and that is a drastic swing. Like, if you get 2 1s when you're playing the advanced variant of the game, you lose. You're done. You're not going to win. It's just not a well-balanced game. Adults are not really going to have that much fun with this game, and the older kids are not going to have that much fun with this game. The 7-year-olds and the 6-year-olds I played this with were like, can we play something else? They just weren't into it, and even him, he got a little bit bored from time to time as well. But all that being said, moving on to the pros, this is aimed at children that are very, very young. Do you think that your brother's going to like this game in a year?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. And I think if you have kids that are 2.5 to 4.5 years old, it's a very small sweet spot. I think they're really going to enjoy this game because does this game look cool?
Yeah.
It does. It's got this big elephant that you slide down. It's got these big chunky dudes, which you were playing with, weren't you?
Yeah.
And, you know, the slide aspect is cool. The not jumping over top of people. The kids are really going to get a kick out of that. All the toys look really neat, don't they, buddy?
Yeah.
Like, Sean was really excited because which toy did you want the most?
The guitar?
He wanted the guitar the most, and he really wanted that one. And I can see that. I mean, the toys really do look pretty cool. And in the end, it's a hard recommendation. But if you have children aged 2.5 to 4.5, I definitely can recommend Woohoo. I think you are going to enjoy watching them have a lot of fun. And it's not going to bore you to death, but it's not going to enthrall you by any stretch of the imagination. So in the end, Woohoo! If you have kids aged 2.5 to 4.5 years old, definitely check this one out. If not, then this is an easy pass. You think that's fair? Would you rather play other games instead of this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. All the kids in my class would as well. So that is Woohoo from Brain Games. It's got a very limited time frame that you can enjoy it with your family, but for that time frame, I can recommend it. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know. Do you like water slides?
Yay!
You went down one, haven't you?
Yeah, I really liked it.
I love water slides. The biggest one I ever went down, I think, was in Cedar Point or Kings Island. And it was one of those ones that's like super high up, and then you just go down whoosh, super fast. But you know the worst part about it?
What?
You know, they give you a wedgie. All your swim trunks get all up in your bottom crack. It's kind of annoying. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah! Like if we were going up this fast, like
Oh, I got a wedgie! Pull it out! Oh, that feels good.
then
Yeah.
And if you go up this water part, people like knock you down, knock you down, knock you down, knock you down, knock you down.
Well, that's not nice. But let me know in the comments below. Water slides, yay or nay, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.
Because like if the water comes down and people are riding down the water slide and you walk up the water, they might hit you.
Why would they hate you?
Well, because if you slide, they were like.
Oh, because when you're sliding down, you don't know if somebody's at the bottom, do you? Because it's got twists and curves. Well, I guess we shouldn't climb up water slides, should we?
Yep.
Darwinism at its finest.
But what if